After reviewing over 300 bags, these are my top 10 picks, each placed into different categories. With some beautiful internal materials, one of the best water bottle holders in the world. It has risen from the dead, but this pack is feature heavy. Insane padding, but then the gist is this: we're gonna go through the 10 categories to see if the bags from 2023 retain their titles or if they are dethroned and replaced by a new contender. This means that for every category, I'll basically have a champion and a runner-up, so you can hopefully find the bag that best suits your needs. Category number 1, best sling. So last year, I named my favorite sling the Black Ember TKS. And like a lot of hot, steamy summer love affairs, they kind of quickly fade out. Nothing against this sling, just a little too big, bulky, and over-engineered for my personal sling taste. And then the TKS was quickly replaced with the Aer Go Sling 2, a lightweight and compressible sling that has a minimalist design and a pretty accessible price point. But then, the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter came storming into my life. We've got a beautiful ripstop fabric, 1, 2, 3 compartments, and a strap system that allows it to fit on your torso so damn comfortably. These are definitely my 2 favorite slings right now, but there can only be one, and the winner is the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter. For me, the back wallet pocket, super silky nylon webbing, and waterproof zippers just kind of stole the show. And that's why the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter is our pick for the best sling in the world. And to learn more about the slings we just discussed, take a look at the description below and you'll find links to our full reviews. All right, category number 2 is the best small backpack, which last year we picked the Able Carry 13 backpack. Made from super weather resistant X-Pack materials, it's got very well padded shoulder straps, a front quick access compartment, and this sort of A-frame cone triangle shape, which in my opinion just gives it a brilliant aesthetic. But then came along the Alpaka Metro backpack. It has a great low-key aesthetic with some beautiful internal materials and a quick access pocket that offers some pretty nifty organization. But there can only be one. And the winner is the Able Carry 13. Don't get me wrong, I freaking love the Alpaka Metro backpack. But in my opinion, what separates the Able Carry 13 is its versatility. This is a bag for me personally that I can take to the office, but due to the materials, I can also take it to the beach, bring it on a hike. It can just kind of do all that, which for me is what I'm kind of looking for with a smaller backpack. And that's why the Able Carry 13 is our pick for the best small backpack ever, for now. But the crown is yours, little guy. And to learn more about either of these 2 bags, you can find our full reviews linked in the description below. Next category, possibly the most important category, or definitely my favorite category, is the best regular everyday carry backpack, which last year was the modern Dayfarer backpack V1. But then, that got kind of replaced, but also kind of not, because it got replaced by the modern Dayfarer backpack V2, a bag that I'm quite fond of. I love its urban and kind of masculine, but also kind of subtle aesthetic. Full clamshell style opening, a really nice light gray ripstop lining in the interior. But most important of all, it's just not too big, and gives me quick access, which is just like crucial for me in an everyday carry. But then came along the FYRO backpack, which I know, if you're a member of this community, you might be rolling your eyes a little bit because, well, if you're not a member of this community, this is actually my backpack. I've been building it in public here on the Nomads Nation channel for almost 2 years now, and we're just about ready to launch. Kickstarter is gonna be in a few months' time, and if you wanna kind of see the process of us building this backpack, in that last few months going live on the Kickstarter, be sure to check out the second link in the description below. That link will show you where we are in the Building a Backpack project and how you can get involved and vote on some of the key features. Some of which being, we've got a one-of-a-kind quick access compartment in the front that we're calling the hatch. The ability to expand by 25%, a minimalist clamshell style opening main compartment, and a stowable water bottle holder, which I think is like one of the best water bottle holders in the world. It's so freaking cool. So for the best regular size everyday carry, we're gonna give it a tie. See, I'm throwing some love to my baby, but honestly, we're just so proud of what we made with this bag. So if you wanna learn more about the FYRO backpack or the modern Dayfarer backpack V2, we've got plenty more information and videos that you can find in the description below. Okay, category number 4 is the best personal item bag. This isn't the bag that goes carry on or check in. This is the bag that like stays with you on your flight and or maybe goes underneath the seat in front of you. Which last year for me was the Aer Tech Sling 2. A sort of a sling, meets a messenger, meets a briefcase, meets like half a backpack. The main compartment has plenty of storage for all those little tidbits of gear that you want on your flight. And the well-padded tech compartment is the perfect place to store your laptop. But then I took a few flights where I didn't need my laptop and I tried a different personal item, which might look a little familiar. Welcome back to the show, the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter, which is such a great companion bag for your flights because it can carry all those little bits of gear, right? Think of your passport, pen for when you get to customs, battery, chargers. I love throwing the passport in this back pocket, and I'm always loading this front pocket with my AirPods and a snack. The essentials for when you're traveling, am I right? But I can't pick both, I only gotta pick one. And since I'm kind of like a stage 10 workaholic, I kind of always have my laptop with me, I'm going with the Aer Tech Sling 2. It has retained its crown, but also the Bellroy Venture Sling 2.5 liter is freaking killer when it comes to being that small sling travel companion. Congratulations, Aer Tech Sling 2. This Nomads Nation badge is yours. And as always, to learn more about either of these slings, description, link, you know what to do. Oh, and also before we go to the next bag, I wanna know what do you think about my picks? I wanna know if you totally agree with me and think that I'm awesome, or totally disagree with me and think that I'm crazy. But let me know in the comments below for any of these categories. Category number 5 is the best large travel backpack, which was won last year by the Tortuga Outbreaker, which A, I no longer have, and B, no longer exists. It's gone. Moment of silence for the Tortuga Outbreaker. But the good news is it has risen from the dead as the Tortuga Travel Backpack, which immediately took over as my new #1 recommendation for a large travel backpack. Reason being, insanely durable and weather-resistant materials, suitcase, style opening, a really nice front admin compartment, which is a great place to store all your tech and travel gear. But ultimately, this bag's unique selling point to me is just its comfort. There's so much padding and so much ventilation and so much hip belts. These hip belts are lifesavers. It just puts the bag right there. You don't even feel it on your back, dude. It's just so comfortable, which is exactly what I want out of a 45 liter backpack, because it's heavy. And I was like, me and you were soulmates, Tortuga Travel Backpack, until I was seduced by the Pakt Travel Backpack, a bag that I had reviewed previously. It's not a new release, but then they came out with the V2 and I'm like, damn girl, you kind of got it going on. And these bags are kind of polar opposites. The Tortuga is a bit more minimalist, but this pack is feature heavy. We got this front stash compartment right here, which is actually ideal for your day pack. The ability to expand by a few liters, the ability to stow away the shoulder straps and be carried very comfortably in briefcase mode, which is great when you're popping the bag over the top, right? In the carry cabin bin, whatever it's called, and a bunch of other awesome travel features. But while I was intoxicated by the lure of a new travel affair, truth be told, the Tortuga Travel Backpack still takes the gold for me. And really it just comes down to comfort. Can't emphasize it enough. Big bags, not great for your back. Make it as comfy as possible. That's what this guy does best. And that's why it's my #1 pick for the best large travel backpack that I've ever reviewed so far. But yeah, this thing rocks. And to learn more about either of them, we got full reviews down there. Category number 6, best duffel, which last year was awarded to the Boundary Supply Errant duffel. Killer X-Pack materials. A beautiful golden minimalist main compartment. And for those times you're just a little annoyed of doing like the side duffel, pimp walk, you know what that is? You get what I'm saying. It can transform into a backpack. I'll be honest, I don't use duffels that often, but when I do, this one's always been my go-to until the Bellroy Venture duffel came in like a wrecking ball. I love this duffel for the beta ripstop nylon. Super wide opening. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. A chunky PU coated YKK zipper and just over minimalist vibe. It's really light. There's not a lot of padding. It just feels light and breezy to use. 2 duffels, only 1 winner. Margaret, which one do you think I picked? Oh, wrong-o. I went with the Boundary Supply. Don't get me wrong, the Bellroy is a very close second. But for me, it comes down to use case. When I'm using a duffel, it's gonna get thrown around a lot. And I just think the X-Pack material has a bit more durability and weather resistance, which is just nice when I wanna bring it to the beach. And on those days where my back is killing me and I'm sick of duffel mode, I can just pop those backpack straps on, put it on, good to go. But they're definitely my favorite 2 duffels in the world right now. Very close #1, very close #2. This one takes the gold, but to learn more about either, description, full review, check it out. All right, we're getting closer. Category number 7 is going to be the best messenger/brief, which for me last year was the Peak Design Everyday Messenger. I loved it for its insane padding, impressive custom hardware, comfy shoulder strap, and the internal FlexFold dividers, which give you the ability to customize your organization. I'll be honest, I'm not an avid messenger user. I've reviewed a crap ton. But when I needed one, this would be my go-to. Until, you know the deal, I reviewed a few new messengers and briefs, and then I met the Aer Pro Brief, which is kind of different, to the Peak Design Messenger. Reason being, it's not super padded, so it's more malleable and therefore less brick-like and bulky when you're wearing it. It's got a significantly thinner profile, really cozy and well-padded handles. And I quite like the padding and the false bottom of the laptop compartment. Margaret, now's your opportunity for retribution. Which one did I pick? Got it. Yeah, listen, like the Peak Design one's great, especially if you're a photographer. But as I started to get more into messengers this year and briefs, I kind of realized that for me, and like what I'm personally looking for is just something lighter, something that I just need to take to the coffee shop to get some work done. That's exactly what this guy does best. And that's why you're my pick for the greatest brief / messenger that I've ever reviewed. Good luck in 2024, champ. If you want a deeper look at either of these guys, check the description below. Category number 8 is the best tech pouch, which I previously picked the Aer Slim pouch. And I love this thing. The 1680D Cordura ballistic nylon exterior looks and feels premium as f. It's got lightning fast zippered access to the main compartment and a decent amount of organization and expansion, which gives it just like a lot of versatility. Like it's, it looks quite thin, right? But it can definitely expand based on, your gear needs of that day. But then a giant entered the room in the form of the Alpaka Vertex pouch. This guy is half tech pouch, half self-standing, let me serve you what you need desk caddy with a killer honeycomb orange interior, a beefy top handle, and also, just as importantly as a new over-the-ear headphone user, it fits my big old Sony XM-H5s. But then, another giant walked into the room with the Evergoods Cap 2. And are we like seeing some similarities here? Tech pouches / desk caddies. But the Cap 2 was kind of the original. It's an icon in the carry community, a quick access pocket on the outside, a very satisfying means of opening, and enough organization for all your smaller bits of gear, but albeit not enough room for bulkier over-the-ear headphones. So this one kind of ended up being a three-way battle. And for me, the Slim pouch, out. And when it comes to these two, it's kind of a tie. Give me double badges. Because I'm gonna be honest, the Vertex pouch works better for me because it fits my headphones, but the Cap 2 is just better. It's kind of like a tech pouch masterpiece. It's very awesome. So much to the point where I'm actually just using this one now, and I'm just throwing my headphones in my bag. Hope you guys are okay. Because I'm hanging out with the Cap 2. But honestly, all three are freaking amazing. We did full reviews, they're down there, you know where to find them. For the second to last category, we're gonna talk about the best tote, which as you can see, I did not pick one last year. Reason being, I had actually not really dipped my toes into the world of totes, but now I have, and let me tell you, it's totes. Cool. So out of like the 15 totes that I reviewed this year, here's my two faves. Tote number 1 is the Boundary Supply Rennen tote. This is I need a super durable tote. Highly weather resistant X-Pack materials, super cool like front flap, quick access pocket. A basically waterproof main compartment, that's a PU coated YKK zip there. And again, there's that golden interior, maybe a bit too much organization for my taste for a tote, but ultimately for like a beach day, this thing rocks. And my other favorite tote, which is this one right here, it's the Day Owl More Bag. And as you can see, these two are quite different. The More Bag is a compressible tote that can self-pack into this adorable little shape. But then when you need it, you can just go ahead and undo, kaboom, we got a tote ski. Is it a little wrinkly? Yeah. Is it sometimes a little annoying to kind of push back into its compressed contained mode? Sometimes. But for city life, I love this thing because I can just compress it, put it in my backpack, and then when I need it, pop it out, groceries, quick stop by IKEA, whatever it is, this gets the job done. Which is why it's my favorite tote, just because it works for my day-to-day use case so perfectly. But honorable mention if you're looking for a more robust, durable, and well-padded tote and weatherproof tote, this is better. They're different. This one takes the win, but this is a very close second. And if you want to learn about either, we got full reviews in the description below. Okay, we're almost through. Last category is the best one bag travel pack, which last year I picked the Minaal Carry On 3.0. Third version, best one yet, here's why. 35 liters, couple quick access pockets on the top, the ability to stow away the shoulder straps, and one of the best, if not the best, laptop / tech compartments that I've ever reviewed. But really, I love this bag because it just feels like, you know what I mean? Just like, it's so streamlined. It's crazy. Just feels different when you're wearing it. And things were going great between us until somebody put a wedge in our relationship. And that somebody is the Able Carry Max. Max, you son of a. which in contrast to the Minaal Carry On, is a bit smaller at 30 liters, has incredibly comfortable shoulder straps, a very cool innie/outie water bottle holder, and on the blue version, it's got this cream colored interior that makes you feel like freaking royalty. This is actually probably my hardest one to decide because both bags are so awesome in their own ways and they have their differences which kind of separate them. But I must pick one. Able Carry Max. Finish him. What? No! Yeah, I went with the Able Carry Max for 2 reasons. Number 1 is due to these shoulder straps, I do think it is a bit more of a comfortable wearing experience. But number 2, I'm gonna be honest, it's because of the size. For me, one bag travel, 30 liters is perfect. The Minaal is 35. If Minaal comes out with like a 28 to like a 32 liter, then it's gonna be round 2 battle between these guys. I don't know who will win. But in the meantime, the Able Carry Max takes the crown. Thank you so much for watching the Nomads Nation 2024 Power Rankings. Like I said in the comments below, I want to hear what you think. Did I miss some of the bags that are like the top of your list? Do you agree with some of my selections? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more of our favorite bags, you're gonna want to watch this video where we break down 2023's best releases. It had to have been released in the 2023 calendar year, but in this video, we go through all of our favorites. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.